Hello and welcome to this mini little hip sequence that is just designed for you to just take a deep breath, calm down, lay on your back, and also get on your feet a little bit because we are at our best when our hips are stable and they also help keep us upright. So if you don't have two blocks, please do grab them, or you could have a chair or something that resembles this shape. We won't be using them right away, but just have them off to the side. Go ahead and lie down on your back. Feet are flat on the floor, knees bent. And as you lay here, I just want you to feel the triple S, the sacrum, the shoulders, the scapula, and the head. And from here, hands just lightly press into the thighs. So you feel like you're pushing your lower body away. It's not a dramatic push, but it's helping gap that low back. And breathe here. Fill up the space between the ribs, because this helps increase in the areas that connect to the hips. So the quadratus lumborum, your abdominals. And then last breath in. Exhale. And we'll just come up into a small glute bridge. So engage the glutes and lift your hips. You want to feel like your low back is elongating towards your heels. Push in through the base of the big toes and just feel the low belly hug in slightly. So yes, in order to create space, you have to create a little bit of strength here. And all we're gonna do is just wobble the thighs. So my feet don't move. I'm not falling to the outer edges and the inner edges of the feet, but I'm just creating some perturbations that challenge the femur at the hip joint. Go ahead and then pause here and let's segmentally lower the upper back, middle back, lower back to the floor. Use the glutes to help you lift, and let's do this 2 more times. Lower the upper back, middle back, and lower back to the floor. Last time in. Exhale, lower upper, middle, and lower. Bring the right knee into the chest. Grab underneath of the hamstring. Left foot stays flat on the floor. And just start to straighten and bend your knee. So the hamstring's attached to your hips. You don't have to straighten it the whole way. You can pull the knee in a little bit more, but keep the sacrum on the floor. If you can't reach, use a strap or a towel or something. And then pause. Keep the knee a little bit bent and just draw some circles with your ankle. And go the other direction. Good. Point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. Bend the knee. Hug it in as tightly as you can and start to straighten your left leg. If your low back comes off of the floor, just bend your knee. And now what you want to do here is find your breath and push your heel down into the mat. Breathe in. Feel that left glute activate. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. If it feels like you can't quite pull this knee in, you can take your right fingers and really push into that hip crease. Feed your femur into the hip socket. Good. From here, place the left foot flat, lower the right foot, and bring the left knee into your chest. Straighten and bend. There's no right or wrong to what your foot should be doing here. And then straighten it just a little bit. Draw some circles with your ankle. And then go the other direction. Point and flex. And then bend the knee, bring it in, straighten the right leg. Push your right heel down into the mat and also squeeze the right glute to about 30% and breathe. Filling and encompassing the entirety of your abdominal cavity. Breathe in. Exhale. One more. Bend the right knee. Go ahead and roll onto your right side. Knees are pulled in as close as they can, but don't round your back. So keep the back straight. You can rest your head on your arm. And from here, we're gonna do little clamshells. So my feet stay together and I'm just opening this left knee. It's not a big movement and you're trying not to fall backwards. And if you wanted to make this harder, you would put a band, one of those resistance bands, around the outer edges of your thigh. So just try to hold strong here. Use your low belly to help with this movement. Last one, lift the knee and then lift the ankle. So now that entire leg is hovering. And then reach it back behind you. So flex the left foot and push it back. And also push down into the outer edge of this thigh. Feel this left glute start to contract. Draw in with a low belly. And then bring the left knee in and kick it out in front of you. So now the left foot is flexed and just lay in there. Starting to stretch out this outer edge. If your foot doesn't quite meet the floor, you can put it up on one of these blocks. Just like that. It's easy. And then from here, you're going to point the toe down and lift your heel. So instead of the heel being down, the heel is lifting and you're starting to internally rotate. Push down through the outer edge of that right thigh. Draw in with the low belly. Then maybe you hover the toes off the floor and tap them down. Hover the toes and tap them down. Two more. Hover, tap. Last one, hover and tap. And then go ahead and bend your knee and stack them. Go ahead and roll onto your left side. So I'm going to switch just so you can see me the whole time. Bring those knees in. Don't round the back and begin with those clamshells. Feeling that outer hip activate. Make sure that we don't get any feedback. Good. Let's do a few more. So these are great to do if you are like a runner or somebody who has knee pain. This is your jam. Last one, lift the knee, lift the ankle. Hold strong in the core, but flex the right heel, foot, and push back. So act as if there's a wall behind you. Open up the front of this hip. So if you want to take that right hand and just kind of pull it towards your nose, and then bring the knee in and place the foot down straight in front of you. Go ahead and lift your right heel. Just feel, this is a lot, right? Let's do 4 taps. Lift the heel, push down through the left knee, lower. Lift, lower. 2, 3, and 4. Lower the heel, roll onto your back. Give yourself a hug and rock left and right. Good. From here, rock yourself up to kneeling for our last 2. Just want to see where I'm at on time. Okay, we're at 10 minutes. So coming up, let's see, to stand. Grab your blocks and place them at the highest level. Step your right foot back. Lower your right knee. Untuck your toes. Okay. Bring both your knees into your chest and just rock yourself up to seated. I hope you're feeling refreshed. It's nice not to get off the floor sometimes, right? Thanks for tuning in. Have a wonderful day.